Paula Coomber, Seaside Radio. I'm in Valley Gardens with Owen
Stanley.
And anybody's only got to look at you, Owen, but would you like to tell them what you actually do?
I'm a Shakin Stevens tribute act.
Right.
And we do a little bit of Elvis as well.
The hair's a dead giveaway, isn't it?
Yeah, it is today, it's very windy.
Yeah, don't worry about that. And how long have you been doing this?
We've only been doing the Shaky stuff and Elvis about 6 months. But we've been doing the music side of it a little over 2 years. But as a tribute act, we've been doing it for 6 months.
Right.
So, yeah.
I understand you're doing it for charity.
Yeah, we've done a couple of charity shows now. We did one back in February, back in my hometown in Batley. And that was for Cancer Yorkshire Research.
Right.
And we managed to raise 2,000 for that one. And we've recently done one for RN Live back in, I think it was it May? Yeah, May this year. And we raised 1,000 for that one, so it's all good stuff.
Right. And your next one is going to be here in Valley Gardens?
It is 14th of August. That's for Help the Heroes. My good friend Steve Caprice is going to help us out with that one. He's going to do his Elvis bit. And it's Shaky meets Elvis.
What day is that?
That's a Sunday, and that'll roughly start about 1 o'clock.
Right, and you're going to play through the afternoon, are
yes,
you?
Yes.
And how will you get money? Will you have buckets around here?
Yeah. The plan is to do a bit of bucket rattling, and if you like.
Yes.
And I plan to put some of my discs out, which I've just recorded an album. It's all Shakin Stevens material, and hopefully we'll sell them for around about £5 a go. So hopefully we can raise a couple of £100 for that.
Right. And how long have you been recording them?
We started recording this around about February this year, and we only just finished the album. So there's about 15 tracks on there for now. So we intend on going back in and doing a few more, maybe a Christmas album.
Right. Can these be got anywhere else apart from at your appearances?
Yeah, you can get them on my website, which is www.owensingshaky.com, or you can visit us on Facebook. So yeah.
Brilliant. And then you can order through those.
Yeah, you certainly can. Yeah.
Right. And if anybody wants a taster, they're going to have a bit of it on Seaside Radio this afternoon.
Yeah.
I know Dorothy's going to put out some of it
yeah.
for you. It's going to be fun. And have you got anything else lined up after Withensea?
Yeah, we've got a charity plan for September. I haven't got a date yet, but it's in September, and that one's in Binbrook near Grimsby, and that's for the Widows and Orphans charity. So that'll include a pint piece up, I believe. So, and that's at the Queen's Village Hall in Binbrook.
Right.
So, and that's sometime in September. For an actual date, later on, if they log on to my website, they'll see it on there.
It'll be on there. That's great. Okay, Owen, now obviously this is not a full-time thing you do, so do you have a full-time profession?
I have a day job, yes.
You do have a day
Yes,
job?
I'm in the security business, but I'd rather keep quiet as to what I actually do.
Yes,
You know,
yes,
so
that's fine. I'm just wondering what your workmates make of all this.
Oh, a lot of leg pulling. As you can imagine.
Well, yes, I can.
But no, the police for me, because that's what I want to do, and also obviously the charity work that we're doing.
They're supportive on matters.
Yeah. In fact, we've got quite a good entourage going from work, so that follows us around. So yeah.
Oh, good. So we should have a good show in here on the 14th of August.
Yep. I think it'll be a good day. The weather keeps fine, and we'll rock the place.
I am really looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you. Pleasure. You go through periods where you just naturally log onto the guy himself, you know. So it's not studying so much. It's just how you've been brought up watching him throughout the years, and number of concerts that we've been to see him as well, you know. So yeah.
Have you had the chance to meet him live?
I've not actually met him. Obviously, we've been to his shows and stuff, but unfortunately, not yet. But I'm sure it will come.
Right, you mentioned you love Shakin Stevens since you were very young, obviously. And what did you hit upon his music? Is it like that you cross paths in life, or is it really like, oh, I love the music and that's basically it?
Yeah, I love his music, but obviously Shakin Stevens was sort of influenced by Elvis as well, and Elvis Presley, and I was influenced by Elvis as well. And I think there's elements in the Shakin Stevens music, that's part of the Elvis material. So there's a bit of a crossover there of the two guys, which I think that's the reasons.
And when did you discover that you can sing like him?
I think I've always thought I could sing like him for quite a lot of years, but it's just it's having somebody pushing me in that right direction. It's something that we've always wanted to do, and I think it's because now I've got a good woman behind me and she's pushed me in the right direction. So yeah, that's
pretty cool. And when did you perform the first time?
We performed, we give it an airing, if you like, for a better word, back in August of last year, back in Bocklington. So that was the first performance of Shakin Stevens.
How could you prepare for that? You must have been incredibly nervous.
Yeah, very. Yeah, and you still get nervous now. The Shakin Stevens stuff is you've got to give out vocally. There's a lot of power in the vocals and in the dance routine as well, and it's all breathing. So answer your question, yes, I was very nervous, and we still are when we go on stage, because you have to be.
Okay. And are there special songs you perform every time?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're aware that Shakin Stevens was the biggest recording artist of the 80s, and he had more chart success than anybody in the 80s, and that's including Europe as well. And so his catalogue was large, and we tried to do 30-40 of his top big hits, including the number ones, and obviously Oh Jewel is one of my favourites. Shakin himself obviously wrote that one, which he didn't get a lot of credit for writing his own material, so he did write quite a bit of his own stuff.
Yeah. And do you practice a lot to be sounding like him?
Yeah, we're upstairs all every other night. Not every night, as my wife will be divorcing me, I think.
Okay. And have you tried some other artists as well?
Yeah, we have. We put Elvis in a show. We can combine the show with Elvis and Shakin Stevens, and that's with the jumpsuits and all the stage wear that Elvis put on there. But you know, the Elvis stuff is, there's thousands and thousands and thousands in this country of Elvis tribute acts, and there's only so many that can go around. But the Shakin stuff is a bit unique, because there's not many tribute acts out there, believe it or not.
Okay, and well, obviously in your entire life it's more or less everything about Shakin Stevens. Do you listen to other music as well?
Yeah, we certainly do. We like some of the modern stuff. But one of my favourite singers is Shania Twain. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Right, not too bad.
Man, I feel like a woman.
Well, your entire life seems to be a bit around music, but have you got a job in your everyday life?
I have. Unfortunately, I've got a day job, and
what do you do?
I'm in security, and so I'd rather say where I don't, what I actually don't do. So.
And what do your colleagues say to that? That you're imitating Shakin Stevens, or don't they know that?
Well, yeah, they do know that, and they do a lot of leg pulling and teasing and rest of it. But on a serious note, they appreciate the work we actually do, the bit we do for charity. And we get a lot of them following us around where we go. So yeah.
Okay, speaking about charity, you are performing in Valley Gardens very soon, and where does the money go you raise with your imitation of Shakin Stevens?
Well, the Valley Gardens on the 14th of August, that's going to help the heroes. We've also done charity for Cancer Yorkshire Research back in February this year, where we raised £2,000. and we've recently just done in Withensea for Iron and Lion. That raised £1,000. So we've raised quite a bit of money so far, and we've got another one coming up in Binbrook, in Grimsby, and that's at Queen's Village Hall, and that's sometime in September.
Okay, and in case our listeners have missed the first part of this, when are you going to perform a special show to imitate Shakin Stevens in Valley Gardens?
That'll be 14th of August, the Upper Lakes. We start around about 1 o'clock. My good friend Steve Caprice, which is the rocking reverend, his name, as Elvis, and we'll be performing together on stage at Valley Gardens, 14th of August, Dobby Lake.
Very good. Is there something you want to address to the people to finish this interview?
Yeah, I'd just like to say, I think people have forgotten about Shakin Stevens, don't appreciate sort of the material that he actually did, and he's actually got a new album out, Shakin Stevens, and if you want to listen to it, just log on to YouTube if you like, you'll find it on there, and it's called Now Listen, and it's very, very modern music, and the guy's taking a turn with his career, and all the best for him.
Very good. Thank you very much, Owen, for taking the time out of your life to give me that interview. It was a pleasure for me. This was Doris Iran for 105.3 Seaside FM.
Owen, can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
How do you choose which charities you're actually going to do this for? When you said Help the Heroes, I wondered if you got any friends or family in
yeah,
the
we
forces.
have. My wife's nephew is in Afghanistan, and
Right.
he's seen quite a couple of his friends sort of killed out there in action, so there's a link on that one.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So the council obviously asked us to do this, and so yeah, it's all good stuff.
Yeah. And I'm really looking forward to rocking with you and Steve, who's an old friend of ours.
Yeah, it's great, Steve. Yeah, he is.
On Sunday the 14th of August at 1 o'clock.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.